Oh yeah, summer is here. Yoo-hoo! Finally, I'm actually able to go outside with no clothes on, almost. Well, not no clothes, but fewer clothes than not freezing to death. Woo! So, welcome to summer. We got another few months of sunshine and blue skies and beautiful countryside. So, what are your plans for this summer? Have you got anything exciting that you're going to do? My biggest plans this year are to launch my coaching business because there's a lot of people in the world right now that need help and I can help them. My knowledge and experience of the last 45 years is enough that I could help millions of people improve the quality of their life. That starts with improving the quality of the decisions that you make every day to take care of your own body and your own environment and your mind. Your mental state is part of the equation. You have a mind, you have a body, and you have an environment. They all need to work together to support your life. If any part of that system is out of balance, you are going to end up with some kind of dysfunction in some way or another, either a health dysfunction or a mental dysfunction or some kind of thing is going to be wrong if you're out of balance with your biochemistry. So, one of the best things that you can do is get outside in nature, barefoot on the grass every day. You need to be grounded every day. It's not an optional thing. If you want to be healthy, then you need to give your body the foundational things it needs in order to function. And electrons are the most foundational thing of life. No electrons, no life. So when you're barefoot on the ground, you absorb the electrons from the earth into your body. And when you absorb those electrons, they can go through your body, finding all the free radicals that are produced by your body, by the mitochondria, the processes of making energy, releases free radicals into your body. And these free radicals do damage. And they will bash into your DNA, they will bash into your proteins and fats, and they'll steal electrons. And if that happens, then that cell may end up being dysfunctional. And if you end up with a dysfunctional cell, you are going to potentially either kill that cell, or that cell is not going to do what it's supposed to do, and it's not going to make the chemicals it needs to make, and you're going to end up with tissue dysfunction, eventually organ dysfunction, eventually death. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can take care of your body better than you do now for free. All you have to do is learn a few basic things about biochemistry in the universe and chemistry and how the universe works, and then apply those rules, because nature has rules. If you don't learn what the rules are, then you will never be able to improve your quality of life if you're constantly fighting against nature. Nature has a lot longer than you. Earth, as far as we know, has been here for 4.5 billion years. Life has existed for 3.5 billion years. And just because humans have invented technology that enables us to manipulate our environment doesn't mean that the way we manipulate our environment is good for us. It's not good for us, what we do to this planet. So that hopefully, over time, more people will start to learn that we need to be in balance with nature. We need to be in balance with Earth. We need to connect to the Earth. We can't just be locked in boxes in cities all day, all night, disconnected from nature and be healthy. It's impossible. Look at the chronic illness epidemic around the world. Just look at it. 1 billion people, at least 1 billion, 2 billion people nearly, have a chronic illness. But at least half of them don't need to be sick. They're sick because of society, the way it's designed. because society is designed to keep you sick, because if you're sick, then all these companies can keep charging you money to fix all your health problems. But unless you address the root cause of why you have that health problem in the first place, you will never heal. And that sounds a bit of a strong statement, but you will never heal if you don't deal with the root cause of the problem. If you're constantly masking whatever you're dealing with medications or whatever, then you will never heal. You have to address, why am I sick? And the majority of cases is because what you do, what you eat, what you think is out of alignment with what your biochemistry needs. And if we don't do something pretty soon, we're not going to survive as a race. We have to actually take care of the only place in the universe we know supports human life. No other planet that we know of that we can get to can support humans. And yet every day we destroy the one planet we have. This is absolute madness. We have to stand up and say, no, okay, it's enough now. We need to stop destroying our only home. Look at this beautiful place. No people for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. Love it. As a person who came from London, to be here in the middle of nowhere is, in one case, absolutely beautiful. In some case, a little bit lonely, but at least I'm actually connected with nature and happy and healthy now, compared to being in London, where I was just constantly sick and having to deal with nasty people. London is just full of so many horrible people. I don't understand why people are so horrible to each other. It doesn't need to be that way. We can actually live an amazing life. All you got to do is be kind to others. It's not that hard. It really isn't that hard. Be nice to nature, be nice to animals, be nice to each other. I don't understand what is so hard about doing that. Really, come on. We need to wake up. You can't just go around killing whatever you want and not have consequences. You can't just go shove whatever you want in your mouth without consequences. You can't just go and drink poison every day without consequences. You can't destroy nature without consequences. All species except humans live in balance with their environment. Only humans destroy and destroy and destroy. Only us. How sad is that? That after millions of years of evolution, we just destroy our only home in the world, in the universe. Our only place that supports us. And we are destroying it every single day for our own satisfaction and greed. Haven't got enough billions yet, so let's level the entire Amazon rainforest to make more money. Disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. We don't need to keep killing everything in our path. Over 80% of wildlife has been destroyed by humans. 80%, basically more than 80%, 86% of wildlife is now exterminated by us. For what? Because we can't control our urges to eat absolute trash. This is madness. We need to stop this. We need to wake up to what we're doing to ourselves and the planet. Anyway, enough of this rant. Let's go get some sunshine, enjoy life, be one with nature. We have an opportunity to actually change the way we live in a supportive way that will enable all life to flourish. But we have to start putting others' needs before our greed. But most people can't even contemplate the idea of that. They have to just take, kill, without any consideration for what damage they do to anyone and themselves. What are we doing? If you want help in trying to live a better quality of life in an alignment with your DNA, in alignment with your environment and nature to actually live happy and healthy, then go to bpmlifestyle.com, download the free ebook, read it, learn the principles, do more study on each of the principles, integrate those principles into your life, and I guarantee 100% that your quality of life will improve. You will do less damage to the planet, you will have a happier, healthier, longer life, and it's free. So you've got no excuse to say, oh, I can't afford it. You can afford it because it doesn't cost anything to be kind. It doesn't cost anything to be nice to an animal. I could cuddle an animal instead of cut its head off. That's possible. You know, you can actually say to actually, I'm not going to cut your head off and eat you today. I'm going to let you live and eat some grass. You could do that. But most people will say, no, actually, I'm just going to kill everyone. Every animal I can possibly find is just going to be slaughtered at my will because I can't control what goes in my mouth. Really? Okay. Good luck with your bypass surgery and your cancer and all the other horrible, horrible, horrible diseases that are caused by eating dead animals. It's sad that people are so addicted to killing that they can't contemplate a world where they don't have to kill an animal. They can actually live more healthy, more happy, and kinder, and live longer and live better by not killing people, not killing animals, not hurting others for our own selfish gain, not destroying the environment. It's possible. But you have to choose it. You have to choose to say, all right, okay, today I'm not going to kill anyone. Today I'm going to eat what my body needs, not what I would like. Because your body has nutritional requirements that are not negotiable. You can't decide that, oh, I don't believe that my cells exist and that my cells have needs. I'm just going to put whatever I want in my mouth and let my cells just deal with it. And if they die, they die. If I die, I die. What? What? Why? Learn a few simple things about chemistry. You don't have to actually go to university and get degrees. It's not necessary. Understand a few basic rules of biochemistry, which I talk about in the BPM Lifestyle, which will help you understand how your body works, how the universe works, how the environment works, how it all comes together to create life. And as a result of this, your quality of life will improve beyond your imagination. But you have to choose it. So if you want to choose it today, go to bpmlifestyle.com and start now. Anyway, enough of this rant. Sun's shining. I'm going to go walk around, get some exercise, get some steps in, and I will see you later.